I didn't receive any injuries in the Royal Air Force, other than things that could possibly have been self-inflicted. But I didn't have any injuries. But this thing that I've got is a sight loss, and St Dunstan's took me under their wing. It takes away your independence, doesn't it? It stops you from feeling an entire person. So, you know, I've been injured for 9 months now, and it's exactly that. You test and adjust. You find what works, you find what doesn't work, and you go with it. And you know, there's not many things I can't do at the minute. The biggest shock that I got when I found that my sight was not being able to read, and I loved reading because I wore my sight out, reading so much.
Life after action is quite tough. It's for me, I found that coming back from a period of high intensity, high adrenaline, hard work to sleepy England. 5 weeks in Birmingham, and then off to rehab. I found it quite a come down. I enjoyed my tour out there. It was 4 months of hard work, but it was enjoyable. And then to come back to the monotony of life back in this country was quite hard, that adjustment, especially because my soldiers were still out there, my friends were still out there, and to come back into the UK.
That's a miss. When I was demobbed, I found that I was restless. When I came out of the service, back into civilian street as they called it, I was restless. And I certainly missed the people that I'd been serving with. Service life is very much different to civilian life. The caring for each other is not as striking in civilian life.
My experience at St Dunstan's is mainly through going to visit you. It's been really good to see the banter and the comradeship between, you know, all the old boys and girls. You know, there's people there 80, 100 years old, and they've still got the same relationship with each other that was developed during their time in the services, you know, perhaps 60 odd years before. And it's good to see that it's something that's never lost, and you can still have this good sense of fun and this good humour, even in spite of losing sight and increasing physical difficulties. And you know, I've seen you flirting with the young ladies down there. It's good to see.
The quality of the service there, and I don't call it a service, I call it an act of love. I've never met so many people in one place at one time that are called staff, who have such pleasant, helpful attitudes towards people.
Everyone has their own injuries and everyone has their own struggles to get through. Everyone has a different support system. So I can only speak from my own personal point of view. And the advice which I have given out to other people is to just keep a smile on your face. With a smile, when you're in a bad position, it can make those around you smile, and it can make you feel more positive as a person. And then that in itself will help develop a change of attitude and a sort of can-do mindset. Harry's done his degree aged, 80 odd, gone back to university and done his studies as a blind student, somewhat maturer than most of the rest of his class, and he didn't give up. He stays positive, he keeps his independence, he moves about just as much as he ever did, and he does things for himself. Yeah, he's definitely a role model and someone to look up for in terms of how to live your life, even if I wasn't injured. But yeah, I would just say keep smiling and keep positive, because I'm still alive at the end of the day. I've got a lot to live for.
You certainly have that.